Welcome to the Beer Monkeys. I'm Adam.
And I'm Baz!
And this is our Beers of the Year.
Beer of the Year! Alright.
We've been doing this a few months now, and we obviously don't claim to have had what the world has to offer when it comes to beer, but we thought we'd pick the kind of beers that has made us really sit up on our own time, in our own personal drinking time.
Well, certainly for me, over the last couple of months when we've been doing this, I've been naturally taking more time.
More conscious of
picking my beers and drinking them and thinking about what I'm drinking at home. And beers have suddenly started standing out for me.
Yeah.
Stuff that I've been drinking for years, I just thought, that's nice.
Yeah, well, it always used to be like you were drinking and you'd have something because the vast majority of what I drank used to be mass-produced.
Yeah.
You know, might have been John Smith's or Boddington's or something like that, and you know what it's...
The cream of
you know what it's getting. Well, it's London now, isn't it? It's moved. Yeah. But anyway, you know, they get so set on that taste that you'd have like a kind of a Brewdog or whatever, like a Punk IPA, and it would be like, bloody hell, that is mind-blowingly tasty.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
you couldn't
yeah.
believe it. But when you've been drinking and living in that world for a bit, and then one still manages to kind of stand out and go, that is lovely.
I mean, for the last few years, I have been drinking all these beers, and that's kind of all I've been drinking. But over the Christmas period, I've been really trying to revisit my kind of roots, going back to the sort of traditional, the big bottles, you know, the old ales, the landlords, and all them, and seeing if they still stand up.
To what you...
After drinking all those, and you know what, I've been getting a bit bolder and braver, try to drink some different ones, and they really do. They really are nice. They tend to be a lot richer. Like, and I love that.
Yeah, you're completely right. Yeah, we've both selected our beer
of the year,
and we're gonna each sort of have a bit of a taste of it. Really,
Yeah.
you know, and talk a bit about it. So, what did you bring, Baz?
Well, I'm going to be honest. I tasted it. It was a toss-up between two. A few weeks ago, I had the taste of Abbott's Reserve from Green King. It's absolutely awesome. I thought it was lovely, but I couldn't get another bottle of it. I went everywhere and I couldn't find it. So the other one that I thought was amazing, that I really liked, was Sea Fury Special Ale from Sharpe's. Outstanding. So it was lovely and tasty, and
Sharpe's.
Doombar. Another mega beer.
Atlantic.
Yep.
Wolf Rock.
Oh, Wolf Rock, yep.
So they do some great beers. I have actually never had this. So
no, well, to be honest, it was a bit of a... I saw the label and I was like, it's really stood out, and I thought, oh, Sea Fury.
Sea Fury, that's going to be good.
That sounds great. And then I realised it was from Sharpe's. I thought, oh, well, you know, it's going to be good, isn't it? And it's 5%, so I thought, oh, I'll give it a whirl. And then I thought it was lovely. So here we go.
Great.
Here we go. The heat, the pressure's on it.
Sea Fury. Sharpe's Brewery are Cornish, aren't they? They're from Cornwall. And I like what they do when they base them all around local folklore. You know, Wolf Rock is the name of it's a rock, isn't it? In the sea. And Doombar, I think, is something sea related.
Sea.
Something nautical.
Something else sea.
But I love that when a brewery takes a local theme, or they stick with like it's almost like a concept album, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, like Adnams is the sea, is the ship, and I know what you mean.
Oh wow! I'm getting something there immediately that never really get in a beer like this. Or to be honest, any beer at all. It's like almost pears and apples.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. It's like spiced pears.
Yeah.
It's spicy, yeah.
Candied pears, if that's a thing.
It is now.
It sounds like something that Americans might drink or eat, candied pears. Oh. It's the boss. You can answer it.
All right. Hello? On set?
Cut!
No, I'll give you a phone when we're done. Anyway, where were we?
God, is this? This is interesting. This is an old beer. This is 1996. This was first.
Oh, yesterday.
Well, not this exact beer.
Okay, right. Sorry.
To satisfy the seamen
Steady.
Corolla,
Calm down.
who wanted a stronger ale that'll last longer
Right.
at sea.
Really?
Often perilous journeys, so they can get more lashed. Rich, lovely,
Nice, isn't it?
really kind of just full, like a full-bodied,
It's creamy. It's thick.
malty.
Lovely.
Like the beers, weirdly, now I don't mean this in a bad way, but it's kind of got that comforting familiarity that John Smith's and, you know, Worthington's and, you know, the Cream Flow and stuff like that actually have, you know, or had.
Yeah.
I haven't had one for years, but they always used to have that kind of like, oh, just a kind of soft.
Lovely to drink, aren't they? Yeah, lovely to drink. But with the flavour of
But with it, yeah.
this massive flavour.
That's like the base of the pizza. But then there's like all these other things been thrown on. God, I'm getting good at this.
The pizza analogy.
But there is a weird apple juice kind of thing going through. Almost wine, maybe. It's like the sort of thing I would love to drink with a pub meal,
Yeah.
like a steak pie or
If you're just going to have one, a nice pint with your ploughman's lunch.
I want that. Too many tomatoes in it. But that's really English, for want of a better word. You know, it's a very English beer, that.
It leaves like a different taste in your mouth after it's gone. It kind of leaves like a nice, a little bit of a bitter taste, but a bit of aroma.
A little bit spicy.
Your IPAs and all that and the lighter sort of stuff is nice, but I love that thicker. Feels like I don't know. There's
It's a nice temperature as
A bit
well.
more about it. Yeah.
That's a
it
good
is,
temperature to be drinking this. So this is Sharpe's. Check them out if you haven't already. Which, if you've been drinking beer, certainly in the UK, you'll know. You'll know the Doom Bar, by far the most popular one.
Yeah.
They do, and
That's on draft in a lot of places, isn't it, Doom Bar?
it is. And I was just about to say, I'd love a pint of that, like on draft.
I only noticed it the other day and just
I don't go on
I've
many.
never drunk it before. Strange.
I don't go on many boats. I spat everywhere. Sorry. I don't go on many boats.
It's all right.
Sea Fury.
I see him every morning running up and down Morecambe Prom.
Yeah, this is Tyson's brother. Now this was one I drank.
Hebden Bridge.
Yeah, Hebden Bridge.
I didn't know that. Bloody
Not
hell.
far from us.
No.
So they're based in Lancashire, a county in northern England, where we're from, and they brew a range of styles. I've not tried any stouts or anything darker from them, but the IPAs that they've got are absolutely just delicious. And that's a thing for me that, whereas where IPAs are concerned, they really can run the risk of tasting very similar.
I agree. And maybe when we've been doing this a bit longer, I'll be able to taste
The subtleties.
Yeah. But it's hard to pick them out of a lineup, isn't it? Definitely.
To me, it was just like a concentrated version of what I like in this tropical style of a drink.
Wicked.
Really good ring pulls.
Let me have it.
Yeah, go on, son.
It looks good. Got a nice head on it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
On fire. Head retention.
That might have been the way I poured it, though. Best pourer in the West. But it is just like an absolute concentrated banquet.
Suitable for vegans as well.
It's a vegan-friendly beer.
That's interesting.
Just immediately get that pineapple,
Oh, yeah, it's got a hell of a smell, hasn't it? Just straight out of the
grapefruit,
can.
mango, but all really just packed together.
Right.
And every mouthful
You're
is just
picking it
like...
up. You're selling
I know, I'm trying to do this
Better be
now.
good. Better be good.
I'm putting it in your head. This is going to be good.
Quite unique as well, to be honest.
It's 6.5%.
Oh, cracky, right.
So it's
Make no plans!
chucking in, that extra dollop of power.
Headache.
But it really does. I think that's what carries the flavour, and it
Right.
pushes this above like some others. But
Right, let's go for it, eh? No, you standing here talking about it.
it's
Wow-wee.
It's kind of soft. You know what I mean?
Wow-wee. It's like invisible.
Doesn't taste like 6.5%.
That's strange because I got the other... after you said that was so good, I went to the shop, the co-op, the supermarkets are available, and bought the others in the range, and they didn't have that one. And I drank them all, and they were all very nice, but I was like, Yeah,
Don't
is
see
it,
the. Don't
is
see
it,
the
re-
big
is it
deal.
really that good? Yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but you banged on about it, and I thought, is the one I can't get going to be any different? Really? That doesn't taste like that's really different.
It's interesting coming back to this after the. All the other beers I've kind of had in between, and this is one I always pick up just to see. Like the first time I had this, it kind of blew my mind a little bit. I was like, God, that's really good. And then I kept buying it just to see if it was like a fluke or like maybe.
Just a one-off can.
No, I mean like because it all contributes what you've just had.
Yeah, of course.
If you're drinking it in a sequence of beers, as one can do.
Yeah, of course. Now you mention it, that lightness in the mouth, it's like invisible. It's like it's like a cloud. It's so weird.
But I just remember drinking this and thinking like that it's so quaffable, so pleasant.
Yeah, that is.
Without any.
I didn't expect that, to be honest.
Without any one overriding flavour coming through and going like, oh, that's like a pineapple bomb or a grapefruit bomb. You know what I mean? It's like just a fruit cocktail that's mixed, balanced perfectly, and then delivered to you.
That's at a lovely temperature as
to
well.
drink.
Wherever you've had that, that tastes like.
On top of my fridge.
On top of that tastes lovely. That is lovely. At room temperature, that is. I think if it was any colder, you would lose. You wouldn't taste all those lovely flavours.
I'm not saying this is the best beer of all time. It's
the beer of the year.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
Yeah, we're saying it's the beer that's kind of stood out in our recent drinking history to be the one that we say.
It's weird. That's weird. Yeah, when you swallow it, you kind of don't feel like you're swallowing it. It kind of just glides along.
When it comes to the bitterness as well, which you always get, it's part of the experience.
It's lovely that.
It's perfectly bitter,
Well, I think it's odd that because I think that shares a little bit in common with that in that way. They're kind of different. They're different beers, obviously. They're different in the mouth. They're slightly different flavours, but they both have a very nice, just the right amount of bitter aftertaste that is nice, isn't it? It's not like
some beers make a feature of it, don't they? How bitter can we make this? I'd be very keen to have something and go like, actually, that's nicer than this.
Yeah,
But at the moment, this is still.
that's.
Oh no! I said Hebden Bridge was in Lancashire.
Don't tell me it's just one place. It's not Yorkshire, is it?
It is Yorkshire.
No! What have you done?
I thought it was Lancashire.
Well, in all honesty,
I have to Google
where we live in Lancashire, we live about a mile away from Cumbria and about a few mile away from Yorkshire. Right on the point, because
on the triangle, aren't we? Oh, West Yorkshire, bloody hell! How did I
you've
get
done it
that
now,
wrong?
mate.
You know what? Do you know why I think I got that wrong?
Hang on a minute.
Because
He's on his own.
I think I got that wrong because there's a BBC show called Happy Valley.
Doesn't sound like something
No,
I'd
it
watch.
isn't. It's super depressing.
Is it about motorbikes?
But it's based in Hebden Bridge, and it stars Sarah Lancashire.
this. I bet you were f***ing ass at school while you were doing your homework, weren't you? Now, what happened was...
I'll fully hold my hand up there. I thought that was closer to Burnley than it actually is. I bet you, if you've made it to the end of this video, fair play, but I bet you there's a handful of people that have been so triggered by that right at the beginning, they've just commented straight away.
Please, put the white rose on and write the Pride of Lancashire across it. Oh!
If you're watching this,
Frothing at the tractor, there will be.
if you're watching this from America and don't know what we're on about or anywhere else, Lancashire and Yorkshire, two local counties, they're very. It's all in jest, but it's a bit of a rivalry.
Bit of an undercurrent, isn't there?
Bit of a rivalry. Sorry, hold my hand up. I don't like that shit now. What was that? I brewed in your bloody bath. Stirred with flat caps.
That's lovely, absolutely lovely that.
Fair play.
And you're right, it doesn't taste like 6.5%.
No.
At all. But that's probably extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Good.
Beer of the year.
Beers of the year, and it's only been a short run of a year so far. So beer of the last 2 months didn't
Good
rhyme.
Beer of the month.
There we go then.
Same ring, does it?
There's mine.
And there's mine.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Hey, if you like what we're doing, hit that like and hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell.
If you want to go a bit further into the Beer Monkeys universe, then check out our Patreon page, which is linked below.
Thank you very much. That was shy, wasn't it? Thank you very much.
Do another one then.